this is Pixie to another video, and what a week it's been. So I ended up dropping my phone to a foot bath of all things, and I'm just trying to dry out the other one. I had to buy a new one, so I've got a new, also I'm fiddling around with some blooming holder for it, and I ended up breaking that, so I'm a bit prone to destruction at the moment, but it's all good. It's all good. No, everything's not too bad. It's just them sort of setbacks. And to be honest, when you lose your phone, because we're so dependent on these technological devices, it messes you up. It's like a drug addiction. I haven't got my phone, I can't survive. But it's also all the other things it does, like, you know, alarm clock and internet access, and for the companies I work for, I need to be able to log in, need to let them know where I am. You know, you've got the GPS, you've got all the sorts of stuff going on in the background, and yeah, so I just had hardly any sleep the night it happened. I basically had a bit of a dodgy ankle, so I just thought, you know, soak your feet and have it, because it was just a day off, have a glass of wine, soak your feet, chill out, everything. And so it didn't work so well, so that wasn't so great. The other thing I want to mention, I mean, there's the crypto stuff at the moment is interesting. So I would say, if you're interested in that type of stuff, is BitTorrent tokens, quite a good one. I've made about £100 on BitTorrent token. The other ones I don't know how much I've made actually, probably not a lot. They go up a bit, you know, only up like £1 and stuff. But with a BitTorrent, I got in there very low, and I bought about 38,000 of them, so it's a little different. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going over that way. What's going on over there? Let's just hope we can go down there. Hey. So yeah, I think it's just a long-term investment plan, and then maybe also society is going to be changing in the future. A lot of money transfer, because the money system, so it's smart cash, that's what it is. We've got a smart society, technology, digitalised, and it was going to happen anyway, you know, otherwise I'd be like, probably the notes are changing in the future as well. You'll be able to have some sort of QR code built into the a £10 note and stuff like that. It can be registered to some serial number, and so it will be the crossover between the digital world and the fiat world, and that's possibly what's going to happen. So, well, that would be crazy. It means you could just walk in a shop and give them a note. They would scan it, and if you've already spent it, so we can't spend it. You know, you've got the physical replication of it, but the digital asset you've spent. So that would be pretty crazy. There's a futuristic world that's coming around, and it'd be just interesting to see how it goes. I mean, it could go pretty crazy. It could go into like Harkon type territory and all sorts of other stuff, potentially, because I've got this traffic going on, so I'm trying to figure out ways around the traffic. Yeah, because as it becomes more integrated with AI, then AI becomes more of a stronger factor, and then there'll be things. There's always cameras turning up, so can you scan me, scan where I am, check the GPS, who am I, and based on my behaviour and what's been seen could affect how much I earn, you know, all sorts of unusual. Well, we'll go straight on for a bit actually. Yeah. Way to the right, that's okay. They're going that way, I'm going this way. Cut through the traffic, as you do. And then go around. Yeah. So yeah, I think also the crypto race, it's like it's ongoing forever really, and there's going to be fluctuations. but it's going to increase it over time, because it's built on a different financial system, and it's like a load of I guess I thought it was like galloping wild horses. So it's the speed can affect maybe how much energy or value or monetary, you know, of the particular currency, but they're all pitching around the same. There will be at some point they're all sort of start to level off a bit, depending on if they've got some special feature that might vary a bit. Like, you know, with Bitcoin as a limited supply, but with Ethereum, as it becomes more easy to use, then it will be a different financial standard. So I mean, because Bitcoin's like gold. They say Litecoin's like the silver. It is probably quite expensive, the coin. Ethereum will be kind of a bit like the new fiat, but it'd be fiat currency. But I guess it'd be like thinking of notes, and Dogecoin's like the spare change. It's like iron, so you know, possibly Ethereum's copper, or but not like copper coins. But copper's quite expensive at value. Trying to compare it to an asset. I mean, it might be worth more than that. I mean, it could be that. It depends how fast it shoots up. The more usable it is, I don't know if that will increase the value. I mean, obviously it will get more people buying it, and then it will increase value because of interest into it. Even that must peak off at a certain point, because it's not limit. I don't think there's a limited cap supply to it. So more of it can be produced as needed, sort of thing. So it's a little bit different. And all the others are kind of like this technology. So basically, cash is a technology. It's a way of a transaction. It's kind of a social science. It's lots of other things than we think of it. I mean, we just think, oh, it's money, you get what you want, but that's the simplistic view of it. It's actually much more going on there. Yeah, not too bad time-wise. I was on a bit of a crazy day. I went into one of these car parks, and it was like a little carvery. You can have like a brunch there and so on. And I nipped in there, and I wanted to go to basically visit a garage, trying to get hold of one of these car phone holders things. So I nipped over there. Then I went back to this carvery place, and then I looked in it. It was closed. It was tier 3. However, the car park's got all these cameras rigged up, and it's scanning people's number plates and stuff. I mean, it's most likely to turn around and say I owe them some money, but I bloody hope not. I'd tell them to get lost. I said, look, the place was closed. I parked up. I checked something across the road. I come back to become a paying customer for Toby's, and this is what the carvery place is called. And yeah, the place says tier 3. It's closed. So, oh, great, that's great. And I got my backup supply of what I want to eat and stuff like that. So yeah, I think so in the future Dogecoin might become the new, I know I said it was iron, but it might become the new pound coin, or it might at least go up to £1 or $1, depending on where you are, listener. So it's probably that basic unit. And I set that all in motion, and that should be fine. It's just a case of when I get to a point I can't work anymore, then I can retire at least. No, I don't want to go that way. Don't want to go that way. Yeah, figure where I am sometime. But the other thing as well is that people will have to work. You can't just say, well, I'm going to make loads of money and just retire. I'm sure there'll be more people coming in eager who want jobs. It's just if we had a society like that and none of us worked, who would do the labour? I mean, you could end up buying like an AI servant, and they go off to work for you. Who knows? A robot or something, or a drone. Anyway, let's pick someone up. Have a great one. Yeah, that's what you see.